धन्यवाद.
I'd request you all to kindly settle down, take your seats. They're all with us for the next hour. You can click away as much as you want to later, but for now, kindly settle down, take your seats, so I may begin with formal proceedings. Settle down. I request our friends from the press and the electronic media to take their previous positions. We will give you your photo opportunity a little later. We'd like to start as of now, please. Namaskar. Good evening. To begin with, to all the students here, good evening. And of course, our friends from the press and the electronic media, Controller of Examinations, Finance and Accounts Officer, Deans of various faculties, Principals of various colleges, Heads of departments, Deputy Registrars, teaching and non-teaching staff of the University of Mumbai and other colleges of the University of Mumbai. On behalf of the Garware Institute for Career Education and Development, University of Cinema and Entertainment. I am your host, Geetika Ganjudhar, and it is such a pleasure to welcome you one and all seated here to the inaugural ceremony of RSAs. आप सभी समय निकाल आज यहाँ आए हैं. आपका बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, everyone, for taking the time out and joining us here this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, India's cinematic journey began in 1913 when Dadasaheb Phalke made Raja Harishchandra. And then the Indian film industry took a giant leap forward. And by the year 1930, we were making more than 200 films per industries. May I say that apart from our nation's greatest love, cricket, cinema, television, entertainment are our other great loves. And that is why staring at our face is this glaring vacuum. And that is why has sprung up this core need for reputable educational institutions in the fields of cinema, television, and entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are taking a very big and a very important step towards filling that lacuna. With the establishment of the Ramesh Sippy Academy for Cinema and Entertainment, we will achieve a very important and new milestone in India's cinematic journey. Once again, I thank you all for joining us here, and I thank all the dignitaries present in the joys for joining us here. We have with us distinguished dignitaries seated on the dais. We have with us Professor Sanjay Deshmukh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Mumbai. Indian film legend Shri Ramesh Sippy, Chairman, RSAs. Professor Anil Karnik, Director of GI-CED. Srimati Kiran Juneja Sippy, Managing Director, RSAs. Shri Ashish Kulkarni, Advisory Board Member, RSAs. Dr. M.A. Khan, Registrar, University of Mumbai. Dr. Khan, if you're here, would you please join us on the dais? He will be joining us shortly. Dr. Anil Patil, Director, Academics and Planning, University of Mumbai. Shri Rohan Sippy, Advisory Board Member, RSAs. Shri Manmohan Shetty, Advisory Board Member, RSAs. And ladies and gentlemen, the revered, the renowned, and the most respected, our chief guest this evening, Shri Amitabh Bachchan. And of course, we have with us on the dais Shri Mukesh Sharma, Director and Dean, RSAs. Vande Mataram, I bow to you, O Mother. This is a poem that Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay wrote as a part of his novel Anand Mat. It played a very vital role in India's independence movement. In fact, it was first recited by Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore at the 1896 session of the Indian National Congress. Post-1950, when India had gained independence, the first two verses of this poem were granted official status as the national song of India. The police band present here will now play the harmony for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request you all to please rise, and if you may, sing along the national song, Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Thank you all. हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति में हम हर शुभ समारोह का, हर कार्य का शुभारंभ दिए के उज्ज्वलित प्रकाश के साथ करते हैं. It is tradition in India to begin something new with the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. I'd now like to request the Honorable Chief Guest this evening, Shri Amitabh Bachchan, to please light the ceremonial lamp. Sir, I request all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly join him in doing so. A student from the University of Mumbai, there she is, will be helping the Honorable Chief Guest and the esteemed dignitaries during the lamp lighting ceremony. सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. दिए के उज्ज्वलित प्रकाश के साथ इस समारोह का शुभारंभ. खूबसूरत समा बांध दिया इस गीत ने, है ना? Well, I have my orders to request esteemed guests who are seated to my right. There are a few seats vacant here, if you'd like to take your seats here to my left. Ladies and gentlemen, RSAs is very happy to have the valued association of the
Dr. Anil Patil, members of university bodies, members of the Garware family and Garware Trust, heads, directors of university departments, principals of affiliated colleges, academic staff of the university, non-teaching staff of the university, members of electronic and print media, our distinguished guests and my dear students, a very good evening to you all. It is a matter of great pleasure to stand before you at this auspicious occasion of launch of training programs in cinema and entertainment. Mumbai University's Garware Institute of Career Education and Development was established in
Mumbai. Usually flowers are the favorites, but we decided to go with books and a memento because we are environmentally conscious at the University of Mumbai, and we also know what a voracious reader Shri Amitabh Bachchan is. I now request Professor Anil Karnik to present a memento to Shri Amitabh Bachchan on behalf of GICED. I now request Dr. Anil Patil to please present a memento to Shri Ramesh Sippy. Dr. Anil Patil will now present a memento to Shri Ramesh Sippy. And I'd request Dr. Anil Patil to also please present books to Srimati Kiran Juneja Sippy. Dr. Anil Patil, I request you to please present a book to Srimati Kiran Juneja Sippy. Dr. Anil Patil, I request you to do the honors and please present a book to Shri Ashish Kulkarni. Shri Ashish Kulkarni. And Dr. Anil Patil, please present a book to Shri Mukesh Sharma. I'd also request you to kindly present a book to Shri Rohan Sippy. And of course to Shri Manmohan Shetty. Dr. Patil, yes, to Shri Manmohan Shetty. Thank you for doing the honors and thank you all. Kindly take your seats. Thank you. Well, I'd now like to invite Shri Ashish Kulkarni, Advisory Board Member, RSAs, to share with us an overview of the entertainment landscape in the country. He'd also like to stress on the need of the apt number of skilled, educated, and trained personnel in the industry. Sir, please address the gathering.
Thank you very much. A very, very warm welcome to all of you and a good evening. Honorable Vice Chancellor Sanjay Deshmukh ji, Honorable Shri Amitabh ji, Ramesh Sippy ji, Manmohan Shetty ji, Kiran Madam, Rohan Sippy ji, Anil Karnik ji, Mukesh ji, and Mr. Bharat Patil ji. Actually, we are going to be joined by the registrar very soon. But the whole journey actually began when I actually met Mr. Sanjay Deshmukh in a function of Israel Day. And we started talking, and he told me that how Mumbai University is completing 160 years. I came back from Pune and kind of discussed with him what can be done. We started talking about the design vertical not being present in the university to even 160 years of Mumbai University and 104 years and 105th year of the cinema in this country in the very same city. It is a shame that we didn't have a program. And mind you, that's where the whole trigger started. We used to continue to meet Rameshji as we are in the same committee for FICCI Entertainment. And at one point in time, Rameshji and Kiranji told me that they need my help to start skill development programs. And then one of the weeks that I was traveling back to Pune, I thought it would be a great idea if we put together some of these things and see how it can become a joint program between Ramesh CPG and the university. See, the fact is that most of the universities didn't touch, and I then traveled to about more than 80 universities in the country when I was actually wanting to start animation in this country 20 years ago. And ever since, we have seen 27 universities starting animation program and 17 universities today starting film program, and all this kind of fructified in the last 5 to 7 years. Being a founder member of Media and Entertainment Skill Council, we did the skill gap analysis and realized that 97% of the existing workforce in the media and entertainment have never gone to the formal education. They have always worked and learned on job. More so, it was a unique feature to find out that 95% of our workforce are all self-employed. They actually hone their skills. They come together to make a project like a film or television show or animation show or a gaming show. And then they are again on their own. They again reunite for some other project. It's a very unique feature. And knowing this, giving a formal education, most of the universities didn't understand quite a few things when I told them that if my actor is going to actually write a 3-hour exam at the end of the year, he's bound to fail. If my compositor is going to write a 3-hour exam, he is going to fail. We need 80% of practical and performance-oriented evaluation and only 20% of the theoretical evaluation. And mind you, it's a big struggle even today. There are only few universities who came up to 60% of evaluation like that and 40% in theory. But with Garware, we just had an academic council member, and I'm very, very happy to tell you, as a starting step, we are proposing to start 75% evaluation on performance and 25% only on the theory. And it's a big, big achievement right in the city of Mumbai, where the industry right is in Andheri and the university campus is in Santa Cruz, and it cannot get better. We have seen all over the world, especially to give you an example of Hollywood, which was so strongly supported by University of Southern California and UCLA. At the same time, go to Vancouver, we have Emily Carr and Simon Fraser. Go to Toronto and the Toronto International Film Festival, we have York University, Ryerson University, Seneca College, Sentinel College, University of Toronto, and OCAD supporting them. And I think this collaboration is something which is going to be taking the industry really, really to create unique icons, unique brands in the media and entertainment which will be globally known. And
Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji, Vice Chancellor ji, Ramesh ji, Karnik ji, we cannot forget you. We've interacted with you very often. And Mr. Patil, Ashish ji, who has really helped us and felicitated us into this venture. And Mr. Mukesh Sharma, who has joined us and will really be taking things forward for us. So basically, with more than 800 television channels and more than 800 feature films that are made in this country every year, there is vast opportunity for people, skilled people, to get jobs and have a livelihood, make money. Every channel needs at least 8 hours of programming, and it is going to grow further and further. So this is really the best time to be coming forward and starting this kind of an initiative. I think we were supposed to have a bullet point, huh? It's supposed to. Okay. So basically, we decided RSA intends to meet the huge demand of the films and television industry by creating a supply of skilled professionals in all aspects of cinema and TV production and business models. So, coming to the mission, We're going to provide a curriculum which blends theory and hands-on training. We will actually have almost 70 or maybe 75% of practical training, and the rest of it will be theory, which is, I think, very important in a field like ours, to be hands-on and to learn on the sets. So there will be field visits to various TV sets and film sets, festivals and TV-related organizations. VC Sahab Dr. Sanjay Deshmukh recognized this rare opportunity, and his dynamic thinking made University of Mumbai's GICED and RSAC tie up for the degree courses in media and entertainment.
As assistant director for probably 7 years before he began his journey.
Ramesh Sippy was born to a luminous family of the Indian film industry. So it's safe to say that cinema is in his...
Filmfare Awards termed it as the best Indian film of the last 50 years. And the British Film Poll in 2002 termed it as the best Indian film amongst top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, Holi is round the corner. And let me wish you all happy Holi by saying, Holi ke din dil khil jate hain, rangon mein rang mil jate hain. Please welcome the legendary Shri Ramesh Sippy. Sir, please address the gathering. Okay.
Respected VC Sahab, Shri Sanjay Deshmukh, Amitabh ji, who very, very kindly consented to come and do the honors this evening, all dignitaries sitting here with me, and all friends who have come to wish me well, all those who have joined me on the board of directors as well as the advisory board, I thank you all. You come at a time in my life that has been a long, long journey, and we've seen quite a bit of what that was. I need another challenge. It's time I did something more exciting than just the making of one film. I want to lay the ground through this for hundreds of thousands of students in the years to come. I may not see it all through, but I'm sure there will be enough people behind me, around me, and who will have learned enough, and they will convey everything to the new generation who I would like should benefit from all my learning. When I started, I did not have a school to go to. I was on the sets, I learned, I imbibed. And by the way, I'll tell you one observation of mine during the film Sholay. The keenest observer on the set was, yes, Shri Amitabh Bachchan. Every now and then I would look around, even if it was not his shot. He sat there pretending to read a book. Maybe he was reading it as well, his multi-tracks. But he would be watching. He would be watching what goes before and after. When the foreigners came for the action sequences, he was watching what they're doing and how differently they're doing it. He never said a word, but he observed. I have learned from him what I'm going to do now and teach youngsters like those who will come and join me, that besides the education your sense, keenness, your observation will take you a long way. The courses will do their work. Everything you learn in schools is extremely important. It will pave the way. But the passion inside of you, that strength, willpower, and desire to make it, whether an actor or a director or any other field, you will always see that the best in each field will always be those who put their heart and soul in it. And that will be told to you, but you have to find it in yourself. The rest we can help you with very well here. Hands-on, we shall be there to guide you. We will have the best of faculty who will come, guest faculty, all who have done so well in this field. They will come and share their experiences. I'm sure they would like you to know a little more about how they came about to be what they are. And I would like you to benefit from all this. So please come, join us in this wonderful way forward. And for that, the one man I have to thank a lot is Mr. Ashish Kulkarni, who made this possible. Sri Sanjay Deshmukh for the visionary he is, and Mr. Karnik for forging ties with our organization, so that now we are a terrific combination. And with Mr. Bachchan blessing us this evening, we're on our way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it speaks volumes about his character that 42 years after Sholay was released, his Jai is sitting here on the dais as chief guest of the inaugural ceremony of RSAs, doesn't it? I'd now like to request Shri Amitabh Bachchan to please launch the official inaugural brochure of RSAs. I'd request the dignitaries on the dais to join him in doing so, and our friends from the press and the electronic media. Now, this is your photo opportunity. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Thank you, esteemed dignitaries. And I hope all of you have got your pictures, yes? All right then, ladies and gentlemen, it is now such an honor to speak about someone I consider a Goliath. So much has been written about him, so much has been said about him, you know. I think that unki abhinay ki mahan gatha, unki khyati, his tales of achievement will pass down generations for centuries ahead. I will have the pleasure of telling my grandchildren that I also introduced him at a few events. When we thought, who could we have as chief guest this evening, we couldn't think of anybody else but him. Think about it. Which is the first name that comes to your mind when I say cinema and entertainment? It is his. Yes, the government of India has honored him with the Padma Shri, the Padma Vibhushan. Sahi mein, ladies and gentlemen, line to yahin se shuru hoti hai. Shri Amitabh Bachchan, sir, we are eagerly waiting to hear you speak.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Shri Deshmukh, Mr. Ramesh Sippy, distinguished members on the dais, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all the wonderful students of the Mumbai University. I want to thank Ramesh ji and the Vice Chancellor for inviting me here today and giving me the honor and privilege of being a part of such a momentous occasion in the history of not just cinema, but also the Mumbai University. 50, 60 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, cinema and films as a profession was something that was considered infra dig. Families from good homes and their children were never allowed to join the profession, let alone go to a cinema to see a film. I remember in my younger days, my own parents, when I desired to see a film, would go and vet the film before and then allow us to go and see the film. But today we stand here today at a very momentous occasion to find that cinema and film and entertainment has become an academic curriculum in this very prestigious Mumbai University. And I want to congratulate the Vice Chancellor and all those connected with today's occasion. All the very best. Thank you so much, sir. The speakers before me, Mr. Kulkarni, Mr. Karnik, Kiranji, have very lucidly explained what the Academy is going to do and the different kinds of programs of education that are going to be there in the art of cinema. I don't need to recollect that. I just look and hear upon all this with a great amount of envy, because in my years when I was wanting to join the film industry, I never had occasion to join any of these institutes. As Rameshji was saying, we learned the craft and are still learning it by being on set, and there was never any kind of formal education. I feel very honored to be here today at the inauguration of this institute, which is going to formally train and educate youngsters and the youth of our country in the art of cinema and entertainment. Sir, you asked me to be here as a lecturer for one of the classes that we're going to be holding here. I guarantee you that I will most certainly be here. But, ladies and gentlemen, not as someone who's going to teach, but I would like to be here as a student, because I'm sure that there will be a lot for me to learn from the kind of curriculum that has been designed by the advisory board. I'm particularly happy that this academy is being headed by Mr. Ramesh Sippy. Rameshji and I have spent many years together, and we've worked in several films. A lot of them have been quite momentous, not just for the industry in general, but for me personally as an artist. And the one thing that I've always noticed about Rameshji is his penchant for detail and not giving up anything until he has the perfect shot, the perfect moment in cinema, and he will not stop until that moment is achieved. I wonder if you remember a scene in Sholay where Jaya is lighting a lamp in the corridor of a home on the first floor, and I'm sitting in the outhouse playing my mouth organ, and there was a particular kind of lighting that was required for that shot. Our DOP, Mr. Divecha, was very keen that that shot be done at the time when the sun is setting. And you would not believe this, that I think, Rameshji, we spent almost 3 years before we finally got that shot. Because every time we would go to enact that sequence, something would not be right with the lighting. And Rameshji said, until we get the correct light, we're not going to film this. And we waited for 3 years for that one flash of a shot in the film. I also want to tell all the students that are going to be joining this academy that Rameshji is a great motivator. He's a wonderful technician, a teacher who takes care of his students. He takes care of his artists on the sets. He will provide you the perfect atmosphere before enacting any sequence. He will sit with you, he will talk to you, he will describe, he will ask you questions, he will take some of your words of inspiration or whatever you felt about the scene. He will discuss it, debate it, and in most occasions incorporate it according to what the artist may have said. These are wonderful qualities, and I feel this only goes in the making of better cinema, or creating a situation in a film that has the contribution of not just the director and the writer, but also the artists concerned. I said before that Ramesh ji is one person that really looks after his artists. On an occasion when we were shooting for Sholay in Bengaluru, we arrived for the schedule and it started raining. And we sat in our hotel room because for 2 days it hadn't stopped and we weren't able to shoot. And while we were sitting in the coffee shop of the hotel, just idling our time, we just casually mentioned to Ramesh ji, "Yaar, Ramesh ji, ye pani baras raha hai, mahol kuch sundar hai, ye kaam karne ka man nahi kar raha hai." So he said, "Kya karna chahte hain aap?" तो ऐसे ही अनचित्ते हमने कह दिया, "सर, लंदन चलना चाहिए." And would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen, the next day the entire cast and crew was on a flight to London thanks to Mr. Ramesh Sippy. ये कहानी का बताने का मतलब ये नहीं कि आप जितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं एक दिन आपके यहाँ पानी बरसेगा आप भी लंदन चले जाएंगे. I just want to tell you how much care he takes for all his students and people who work with him. I wish you all the very best, Ramesh ji. It's been a great privilege, and I think that this initiative is going to go a long way in not just creating what Mr. Kulkarni described as a very important element for cinema in our country, and to make this country, which is the largest movie-making nation in the entire world, also become the largest earner of export, in a sense. We have the United States of America, where cinema, perhaps many do not know, is the second largest export earner for the United States of America after aeroplanes. If we are the largest filmmaking nation in the entire world, we should be the largest earning member in export for this great nation. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for inviting me here today. I just want to say that the initials of the Academy read RSACA. There's already an ace in this Academy, and I'm sure that Ramesh Sippy will live up to it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those words. And thank you once again for your presence. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shri Amitabh Bachchan. You know, at RSAs, we are so honored to have as our advisory board members Srimati Hema Malini, Shri Manmohan Shetty, Shri Rohan Sippy, Srimati Kiran Juneja Sippy, Managing Director.
कैसे घट में सिंधु समाए, कैसे रज में मिले धराधर. कैसे घट में सिंधु समाए, कैसे रज में मिले धराधर. एक बूंद से प्यासे चातक के अधरों पर उमड़ा सागर. देवालय की ज्योति बनाकर दीपक को निर्वाण दे दिया. देवालय की ज्योति बनाकर दीपक को निर्वाण दे दिया. मैंने एक किरण मांगी थी, तूने तो दिनमान दे दिया.
Okay, Mr. Bachchan will just give you a few photographs and then he will leave us. So please don't insist on anything more than that. Thank you very much.
Will you talk about as a student, sir?
Thank you very much.
Sir, will you talk about you as a student, sir? Sir?
No questions.
Only about the student, he as a student.
Only photographs. Made it very clear. Please. It's his request. It's his request.
Sir, for 1 minute.
Not. We will take all the questions.
Sir, talk about something you as a student, sir. Sir. Amit ji. Sir.